Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are continuing this series reading Proverbs 25 in the New Living Translation. This is the cover of my Bible. Starting in Proverbs 25:1, it says, "These are more Proverbs of Solomon, collected by the advisors of King Hezekiah of Judah. It is God's privilege to conceal things and the king's privilege to discover them. No one can comprehend the height of heaven, the depth of the earth, or all that goes on in the king's mind. Remove the impurities from silver, and the sterling will be ready for the silversmith. Remove the wicked from the king's court, and his reign will be made secure by justice." That's good. Think about that. Remove the wicked from the king's court, and his reign will be made secure by justice. So what does that mean? The opposite is true. If you add the wicked to the king's court, his reign won't be secure. His reign won't have justice. So if you're a leader and you have wicked people in your project or under your leadership, you won't have a secure leadership. You won't have a secure project, whatever it is, organization or home or whatever. If you get rid of the wickedness, if you get rid of people who cause trouble, if you get rid of people who start fights and start arguments and people who talk negatively about other people, you will have security by justice. It says his reign will be made secure by justice. Don't demand an audience with the king or push for a place among the great. It is better to wait for an invitation to the head table than to be sent away in public disgrace. Oh boy, I've seen this. Even if you feel really comfortable, don't invite yourself to be sat at the most important table in the room. It's better to sit in the back at the least important table, at the least important spot, and then be invited to sit at the head table. That's happened to me before, where I've put myself in the back of the room and then been invited by the most important person in the room to sit next to literally the most important person in the room at the head table. That's much better than what I've seen happen to other people, where they invite themselves to sit right there at the most important seat, at the most important table, and then they get asked to move. It's embarrassing. It's better to wait for an invitation to the head table than to be sent away in public disgrace. Just because you've seen something, don't be in a hurry to go to court. For what will you do in the end if your neighbor deals you a shameful defeat? This means just because you're upset about something or just because you think you've caught someone in the wrong doesn't mean that you should be so quick to try to address it or so quick to accuse someone. Because what if you don't know the whole story and your neighbor comes and tells you, actually, that's not what you saw? How embarrassing. When arguing with your neighbor, don't betray another person's secret. Others may accuse you of gossip, or you will never regain your good reputation. Timely advice is lovely, like golden apples in a silver basket. To one who listens, valid criticism is like a gold earring or other gold jewelry. Trustworthy messengers refresh like snow in summer. They revive the spirit of their employer. Oh, that's good. That's good. Timely advice is lovely. So getting good advice is lovely. It's so wonderful to get good advice. And to get advice you actually need and that you're actually asking for. That's happened to me before, where someone gave me advice I wasn't asking for, that was like not at the right time, and it just hurt me. It just hurt me so badly. And but like if someone gives me timely advice that I actually need, it's like so wonderful. It also says a trustworthy messenger is like snow in summer, like someone that you can trust to repeat the truth to you. Someone that you can trust and you know that they're not adding anything to it. Like, that's so refreshing. Someone who gives you valid criticism to actually help you get better. It's like having gold earrings. It's wonderful. Verse 14 says, "A person who promises a gift who doesn't give it is like clouds and wind that bring no rain." That's so true. One time, a guy told me that he was going to send me a gift for my birthday. And he was like, what's your address? I'm gonna send you something for your birthday. And he never did. And he never did. And like every time he said he was going to do something nice for me after that, for like the little short while we were still talking after that, I was like, I don't know if he's actually going to do it. A person who promises a gift but doesn't give it is like clouds and wind that bring no rain. They're a disappointment. That's what it's saying. So if you don't want to be a disappointment, don't promise to do something that you're not going to do. It would be better to not say anything and then surprise that person than to say, oh, I'm gonna send you a birthday present and not do it. A person who promises a gift and doesn't give it is like clouds and wind that bring no rain. Patience can persuade a prince, but soft speech can break bones. That's pretty good. Patience can persuade a prince, and soft speech can break bones. That means sometimes you don't have to be the strongest. Sometimes if you just know what the right thing to say, you can say it softly and still make an impact. You can be patient and persuade a prince. Do you like honey? Don't eat too much or it will make you sick. So that kind of means too much of a bad thing, too much of a good thing can be the wrong thing. Don't visit your neighbors too often or you will wear out your welcome. So that kind of goes with, do you like honey? Don't eat too much of it or it will make you sick. Don't visit your neighbors too often or you will wear out your welcome. Telling lies about others is as harmful as hitting them with an axe, wounding them with a sword, or shooting them with a sharp arrow. So, what I like about Proverbs, we see this all throughout the Bible, our words really have power. That phrase, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me? That's really not true. Telling lies about others is as harmful as hitting them with an axe, or wounding them with a sword, or shooting them with a sharp arrow. Putting confidence in an unreliable person in times of trouble is like chewing with a broken tooth or walking on a lame foot. So it's saying putting your trust in someone who's unreliable will cause you harm in the long run. It will cause you pain in the long run. Singing cheerful songs to a person with a heavy heart is like taking someone's coat in cold weather or pouring vinegar in a wound. So that is saying we need to meet people where we are or where they are. If someone has a heavy heart, meet them where they are and meet their need where they are. Singing cheerful songs to a person with a heavy heart, that's like taking away their coat from them when it's cold or pouring vinegar in a wound. That doesn't heal them. If your enemies are hungry, give them food to eat. If they are thirsty, give them water to drink. You will heap burning coals of shame on their head, and the Lord will reward you. So if someone is mean to you, be nice to them. If someone is hostile to you, be nice to them. You will heap burning coals of shame on their head, and the Lord will reward you. I love that. I like to do that. As surely as a north wind brings rain, so a gossiping tongue causes anger. It's better to live alone in the corner of an attic than with a quarrelsome wife in a lovely home. Good news from far away is like cold water to the thirsty. If the godly give in to the wicked, it's like polluting a fountain or muddying a spring. It is not good to eat too much honey, and it's not good to seek honors for yourself. A person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls. So much to unpack in these last 4 verses of Proverbs 25. It says, it's better to live alone in the corner of an attic than with a quarrelsome wife in a lovely home. That means the people that surround you and the attitudes that they have means everything. You could be rich beyond your wildest belief, but if you're rich and living in a mansion with the wrong person, you're not going to be happy. But you could have nothing and be with the right person and I feel like you have everything. Good news coming from afar is like cold water to the thirsty. It's satisfying. If the godly give in to the wicked, it's like polluting a fountain or muddying a spring, something that's beautiful, something that is wonderful and pure. If you give in to wickedness, you're polluting yourself. I don't want to be polluted. I don't want to give in to wickedness. It also says it's not good to eat too much honey, and it's not good to seek honors for yourself. That goes back to, not sitting at the head of not sitting at the best table, not rushing to sit at the head table with the most important people when you haven't been invited. It's not good to seek honors for yourself. A person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls. That means no protection. If a city has broken down walls, that means it has no protection. Having self-control will protect you. So God, I just ask that you would help us to not seek honors for ourselves. God, I ask that you would be the one to elevate us, that you would go before us and open doors for us, that you would put us with kings and with queens and among the leaders of the world and among the people that you would have us be around, God. I ask that you would bring us godly friendships, God, that you would bring us the right people in our lives to build our homes with. God, and I ask that you would help us to have self-control. In the name of Jesus, amen. I hope you liked this video. Send it to someone who needs to hear it, someone who needs Proverbs 25 in their lives. Be sure to like if you haven't liked it, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and comment. Tell me what you thought about these verses in the comments. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.